Aquarius, I hope you're doing really well, that you're healthy and joyful. I'm here to do Aquarius June Tarot 2026. I'll be using Major Arcana, Rider-Waite Smith, Osho and Tarot, Prism for the Decans, Les Amours de Marlowe for the Love, Divine Connection, and at the end, Dancing in the Dark Tarot for final cards. All right, Aquarius, let's do it. June, summer, but also half of the year, guys. Unconsciously, we want to know what's up. Yes, we do. All right, energy, the vibe of June for you with Major Arcana. Recent past and near future with Rider-Waite Smith. With Osho, we'll check consciously and unconsciously what's up with you. And with Divine Connection, we'll check the challenge and the outcome. Challenge and outcome. All right, Aquarius, before I turn the card, I just want to let you know that I have a French channel. And on this platform now, everything is dubbed, everything is subtitled. It's absolutely free. There's no commercial whatsoever, and it's not a copy and paste of this channel. The link is next to my picture. You click, you scroll down, you click again, and I'll see you there. And like I said, it's a bonus for you because it's not a copy and paste of this channel. All right, Aquarius, thank you in advance. All right, we got Leo in the house. Okay. All right. Alors, Leo in the house, and we have the Fool. Personally, I think the Fool has the personality of Gemini, Aquarius, and Sagittarius. A mix of everything or separately, okay? All right, so we're going to start prior because the Fool is turning his back to the Strength. And here I have the feeling in June, Aquarius, you're trying really, really hard to work on letting go, which is really good. But you are also using your life experience to show people what you're made of. Without being arrogant, please. Okay? Just humble, simply, stay put, do your thing. Without arrogance. Consciously. Consciously, you know that you need to regain and work on your trust. Because if you don't trust yourself, you can't trust others. It's not possible. You hear it all the time on this platform. And with the Strength, you have been in control way of too much. I don't think you're breathing, Aquarius. You're controlling. So your Leo placement might be Saturn or Mercury. And you might be an Aquarius that has quite a bit of Virgo in your chart. Just saying. Unconsciously, you know that it's all up here. Creating scenarios, catastrophic, a whole bunch of stuff. And unconsciously, you know it. And that's why that Fool is almost like, you know, not making a joke out of you, but, you know, like teasing you almost. Turning his back. And I'm not saying that you don't have any strength in June. You do. But you need to canalize this energy and use it in a very healthy way. Not just like push and pull. I want to be right. You know? This is not what they're talking about here. Okay? Let me clarify that magician in the near future. I know, right? Okay, so what is your challenge? Well, your challenge is to take a piece of paper, a pen, and just do the list. Structure thing. But just minimum energy. Because I have the feeling that you're all over the place, and at the same time you're taking control of something, something, something. Or you're controlling what people think. You're controlling what people say. You're just like control, 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 control. All right, the magician. Let me clarify. Oh my word, you have the Fool again. I can't wait for Dancing in the Dark. If the Fool comes out, wow, that's gonna be funny, dude. You know, it's very interesting because it's so ambivalent, Aquarius. Oh my word. One day you want to do this, another day you want to do this. Then you know that you have so much potential, you can be the magician and this and that. And then next day you want to be the Fool. It's all over the place. I know you're an air sign, but this is ridiculous. And you're stubborn. You're fixed. Oh my word. So I think in June also you are going to realize that you need to save a bunch of money. You need to okay, you know, my budget, every month I explode my budget, but I don't pay attention, and etc., etc. And I think in June you are going to be very careful. That's why in the challenge, remember, you have a challenge to structure and do this and do that. And it's part of it, your budget. Okay? Because a magician has all the tools. Yes, the cups, the wands, the swords, the pentacle. He's got everything. He can do abracadabra whenever the F he wants. But here, you are on you're not on a very solid ground here. And the outcome is beautiful. It's wisdom. So see, there's a list to do, a structure to do, a budget to do. Because you want to do a bunch of stuff, but you don't have the money necessarily. You know what I mean? So you need to think twice before you do something. All right, let's do the decans. First, second, and third. And if you're on a cusp, you have more messages. Here we go. First decan, Aquarius. Haha. All right, so first decan in June, you are going to need to isolate yourself, do things alone, to recoup your energy and to recoup your faith regarding a bunch of stuff. So you are going to need to rest, really, sincerely, in June. June is not a month, like I was explaining, well, I tried to explain to all the signs, that June is not so much action month. It's a month when we do a synthesis of half of the year. Unconsciously, that's what we do. And then there's summer, and we get excited, of course, because summer is here. But we still, you know. All right, second decan. Ooh, Jesus. Yep. Alors, second decan, you are creating so much shit in your brain. Jeez. You're creating the thought of the fear. And you're doing rejection is protection also. So you're rejecting to protect yourself, and then you're creating some sort of fear. So you're creating the fear that creates a thought, and then after you have everything that is, you know, coming with it. So a bunch of stuff. Triggering, emotional stuff, you know. So yeah, it's not that great. Second decan. And especially if you do rejection as protection, because you're avoidant. You're so afraid of hearing the truth regarding a bunch of stuff, and that's why you're like avoidant somehow. Third decan. Alors, third decan, you are absolutely, you have that vibe of frustration. Everything pretty much frustrates you. If someone says no, if someone closed the door, if, you know. And so, third decan, you got to stop that crap. You got to stop that crap. Because, see, I see a little kid that is like super duper, like, not happy. Mommy doesn't want to give me candy. You know? So stop acting like a 4-year-old. And then, because if you're frustrated, it's because your ego, your wounded ego, is wounded. Oh boy. All right, let's do the love department. If you're in a relationship, Aquarius, you got to work on your trauma, third decan. Like, really. Really. Second decan, too, because, you know, if you're creating all sort of thoughts, it's valid also to go work on your past trauma and what happened to you in your childhood. Because it's connected to 3 generation, guys. Great-grandparents, grandparents, parents. All right, if you're in a relationship, Aquarius. Haha. Alors, if you're in a relationship, you want to be in a relationship, you want to be stable, you want, you know, whatever you want. And at the same time, you guys are not talking about the fact that you maybe spend way too much time together. Like 24/7, you know, sort of. Especially if you work together, oh boy. And so one of you, or the both of you, you are sort of like going to realize that, and you're like, oh boy, hold on, I'm losing myself in this relationship. I need to take a break. I need to do something. I want this relationship, but not like that. This is exactly what it is here. And role can be reversed. It can be the other person that tells you that. All right, if you're single and happy, Aquarius, what's up? If you're single and happy. Single and happy. At all. If you're single and happy, yeah. All right. There's a misunderstanding. If you're single and happy, there's a misunderstanding over the phone, probably, or face to face. But you're just, you know, you need to express yourself, and you need to tell the other person that you are single and happy. You're having a great time with this person, but that's pretty much it. You know, because really you're not looking for anything else than that. And you need to be super duper clear. And it's gonna, you know, it's gonna ease the connection. It's gonna ease what's up between you two. And especially for you, you're gonna feel more serene, you know. So it is crucial to talk about it. Okay? And do it nicely, of course. If you're looking for love, Aquarius, very cute. Looking for love. Whoop. Looking for love. Alors, looking for love. Huh. Whew. All right, maybe you met somebody. There's a connection. It's undeniable. You have hope regarding this connection, but at the same time, you have emotional triggers because you're not healed from the last one. So if you don't work on the past one, understand what's up, you're not going to, even if you have hope and there's a cool connection, there's a good link, between you two, it's not going to be, because you need to be honest with the person too. And be like, oh my word, I'm so sorry, but every time you say this word, it reminds me of XYZ. Be honest, be vulnerable. Vulnerability is beautiful. You need this intimacy that is, very important. So, yeah, again, it's communication, guys. Oh my God. The 3 situation, really, it's communication. All right, Dancing in the Dark, 3 cards, and I look at the back of the deck, so it's about 4 to 5 cards. Let's go. Ooh, Queen of Wands and Queen of Cups. Whoa, Aquarius. Before I turn the cards, I just, especially because you're already conditioned on this platform, I just wanted to say to share, to leave a comment. And then in the comment section, maybe, possibly, and especially if you're on your phone, you can do that with your finger and you'll see a button that says hype, a star. Possibly I don't have it because I have a small channel, but if I do have it, click on it, hype, add some points. It's absolutely free. They don't ask for your credit card, and it's good for visibility for my channel. I thank you in advance. All right, Aqua. Whoa. Pisces, Leo, holy potato. Alors, here, yeah, so I think mainly in your reading, you are concerned about a connection in particular. And you really want the best for this relationship, And at the same time, you are controlling as F, like I was telling you. You have Leo, the same, in your energy for June, right there. And remember, you have 2 Fools. So it's super ambivalent because you want to be the Queen of Wands. You want to do this. You want to do that. You want love. You don't want love. You want your freedom. It's a hot mess, Aquarius. A hot mess. What the F? So go work on yourself and then you'll figure it out. And the High Priestess, she's here to do that. To take the time, to be connected, to have this beautiful breathing prana that is going to come through, etc., etc. So that's really cool, guys. Very, very cool. But here we go again. If you don't do the work, nothing is going to happen. All right, Aqua, thank you so much, always and forever, for all of your support. And I'll see you on my channel because guess what? I post on the regular. I see you there.